I'm from a small village in Tipperary in Ireland. I came over to England when I was 15 to try and be a jockey, and didn't quite make the grade as a lot of us do, you know. But being a stable lad is the next best thing from being a jockey, you know. Instead of riding the winners, you're hopefully looking after the winners. We all have our 3 or 4 horses to do. You take them racing, and if they win, you feel as much a part of it because you've done the work and the grooming and the looking after them and you know, helping to get them to the races. You know, you love looking after your animals and stuff, and it's something you really want to do because you don't have to do it at the end of the day, and to be able to do something you enjoy instead of going to there's nothing wrong working in a factory or anything, but instead of going doing 9 to 5 day in, day out, it just varies so much, you know. We're very lucky here. We've got a good mixture of lads and girls, and they all get on really well. It's a great life. These are lovely animals, aren't you? I don't like you that much.
I had my first pony when I was 3. They're just like a drug, really. I just can't be without them. It's very tough sometimes because racing's a man's sport, so they keep telling us and keep reminding us all the time. But I find it easy enough. I've got a little terrier. I'm going to start showing her soon and put her into terrier racing, hopefully. Eventually I'd like to try and train myself. After working in the yard for so long and then, you know, sort of trying to tell people what to do, it quite alarmed me at the start, but now I'm getting on with it all right. But it really was quite tough to tell your friends what to do, but now I find it quite easy now.
You know, after mucking out, then the highlight of their sort of morning is that they're waiting for the list to see what they're going to ride, you know.
Morning. Hi, Tom. You well?
Schooling this morning.
Yeah, lots of schooling. It's all on the board.
Everyone has their favourites, what they like riding. It usually depends on how much they've had to drink the night before.
We normally walk the horses around the road for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then we start cantering up the gallops very slowly for the first week or 2, and then gradually we build up, going up the gallops 3 times, and we just start to get the horses going a bit quicker.
I was in London. I didn't get back till this morning. Hello. My name's Andrew. I have no problem. You're looking rough. Look at the fucking state of you. Hello, Babu. How you doing? School and boots. Have you got another pair of school and boots?
No,
School and boots and everything.
Johnson, the name you can trust.
What's MSA?
What's all that?
We have a pair of school boots, but they're high boots.
I know for Dan to fill it, then I can get the injections on. Yeah, take one out.
Whatever you want to do.
I never giving out everybody last night. Sue giving out everybody last night.
It's there in the morning. That's why. This is a hard lot of where are we going to go? In there.
We all just love riding horses, and like on a Wednesday and Saturday we gallop them, which is, you know, we go pretty much flat out, and you get two horses working together up the hill, and it's great. It's as close as we get to racing and stuff, but it gives you a good buzz, that does, as well.
It's just knowing what to do with each individual horse so they can get on the day of the race, they're ready, they're prepared, and they're fit.
The thrill of getting a good jump out of a horse, the adrenaline really gets going.
You never know whether you're going to be on the horse's back or on the ground or somewhere in between.
When the horses race, and if they win prize money, whether first, second, third, or fourth, whatever, when they get prize money, the lads who work in the yard get a percentage, so like 2% of the prize money. So at the end of that period of time, it all gets split up between the lads, and we usually get between £200 up to £600. So it's just like a tip, you know, and it's a very generous tip at that.
Meeting the owners when they drop your money, that's quite good.
So if you think about his money to get pissed. We have a £10 bonus, which we've had for quite a while now, but we were all working very hard at the beginning of the season, doing like lots of horses, so we have a £10 bonus every week. So there are perks in it, you know. But if you do actually enjoy horses, racing is a great job to be in, and you have such good fun. Everyone gets on with everyone else, and well, the majority of the time anyway. And you know, it's just a great life. I love it.
Sponsored by Slush Puppy. That's how anybody can get obsessed with someone like you.
Exactly. So I can understand.
Well, they just don't choose.
I've done something wrong.
But Kingy was there.
I did done
I
something
did
wrong.
seriously, it was terrifying thing.
I seen him last night.
How come no one's slagging Squeezy about last night then?
We've just slagged it.
I do want to be a professional jockey, but it's best to start off as a amateur jockey, so people can see what you like, because you're not getting paid when you're an amateur jockey. And then if I get good enough and people give me enough rides, I can start off as a professional jockey. But I do want to be a professional jockey. Very competitive. Like, you've got quite a few jockeys in this stable, so there's always fighting for rides and that, and proving yourself. I rode Poetic Fancy the other day, which gets placed nearly every time it runs. And I thought that was a pretty good ride to have. I was pretty chuffed when I rode that.
I'm not like drink water in 3 and 4 to go. You can fit in his half hole.
Yeah, right. Cream, food.
Feed me. What have we got?
The idea is I'd like to get a point-to-point licence. I suppose eventually be able to ride in races, be a jockey. I started riding when I was 24, I suppose. I was a chef by trade before that. And I got interested in it. I was talking to people in Australia and they said I was about the right size and weight to be able to do track work. There's people who have been riding since they were very young, and it seems to come naturally to them, so I had to work very hard at it for quite a while. But I really enjoy it. It's something that I enjoy doing, and I will keep doing until I don't enjoy it. I don't think it matters a great deal what age you start. You just have to have the commitment within yourself. I really love just working with animals. I like to have a rapport with animals. I enjoy the fun. This stable here is really casual, quite relaxed to work in. You always have a good time, and you can have a joke. I just want to go through life pretty well stress-free, really, if I can manage to get away with it.
I don't know how you can wear these things. I can see you.
I would love to be in the top 10 jockeys, you know. It's a tall order for me because there's so many good jockeys around, you know. If you asked me how did I jump the first hurdle, I probably wouldn't remember. It gets your adrenaline going. It's a great feeling. It's hard to explain unless you ride on the horse, especially in a chase, you know, a 2-mile chase where they're going that much quicker with a lot of runners in, you know, it's quite frightening. Some horses need more work because they're naturally thick set and more stockier. Some horses are lazy, so you know the jockey has to do more work to make them do more work.
You stop, Carl. The other two, just do one more. Keep coming.
I quite enjoy watching them school. It's quite good fun. You know, we have good mornings and we have bad mornings. But yeah, it's good fun.
In the back of your mind, you know that you're not in total control. The horse has its own mind, and if it sees something it doesn't like or it has a mad moment, it can do just about anything. I'll probably only stay here for this season, which ends in April, and then I'll go back to Australia, and I'll probably go back and work in the racing yard that I was in before. I hope to. I'd like to go on. I'd like to learn a lot more about blacksmithing or farriery work. That interests me a great deal.
It's all cold shoeing here soon in the racing yard. The hunters and that you do, you usually hot shoe 'em. When you put a hot shoe on the foot, it cauterises the foot and makes it like a glue, you know, when it's melted. I'd be miles away. Up in the air somewhere. I just feel it. It's the traditional way of shoeing horses, and there hasn't been a better way devised yet to do it. Quite easy to hurt them. It's only like, it's the same principle as your thumbnail, fingernail. You can cut a certain amount off. If you cut too deep, it hurts.
I think basically the girls look after the horses a lot better. They've got that bit extra that they give to the horse. Personally speaking, that is. I think they just generally got a lot more care about their horse, and I think they're more proud of the way their horses look, and they turn them out to a high standard, more so than the lads. The problem today with people coming out of college, you know, they just haven't got the experience, and I think experience is the greatest thing ever with horses. I've got very good owners which give me photographs of my horse when they've won, which, you know, that's really sentimental value, really. The best thing about the job is when you actually lead a winner up. Your adrenaline just goes through the roof. It's the best feeling ever.
And Earth Summit is going to win the Steel Plate and Sections Young Chasers Championship final. Earth Summit is the winner. Marta Mick is second, and running on to be third is Arthur's Minstrel.
There, just leading the horse in is Marcella, and that's the second winner of the week. She also looks after Monty Bell, who's a full brother to Marta Mick, so she's had a good week. And I said the other day, these lads and lassies put an immense amount of work in for it, and for very little pay, and they deserve all the credit they can get.
It was just unbelievable. Plus you've done all the work on him as well. It just, oh, it's just amazing, amazing feeling.